Number one, HODL or HODLing. Look, there's a place to HODL. You can HODL Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum throughout the years, but if you just HODL and not take profits, guess what's happening? You're not making any money. And while it's fine to have a HODL bag for long term, just to keep as a long-term investment, as you have noticed, you've been losing money every bull and bear cycle, or making money in bull cycles and then losing it all in the bear market. Because let's face it, you never bought the bottom, and even if you did, I bet you wish you took profits at the top. Now, am I telling you not to HODL at all? No, I'm not saying that, because I HODL, but I have a HODL account and I have trading accounts, which we'll talk about a little later in this video. What I am saying is don't fall for the projects and companies that tell you to HODL their cryptocurrency and pay YouTubers to tell you, stake this, hold it forever, it'll go up in 10 years, because you don't know if it's going to exist in 10 years. Even if it has the best utility, that utility may not be needed in 5-10 years or may become obsolete. That's why the top 10 cryptocurrencies keep changing every 3 or 4 years, with only Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum sticking at it. And let's not mention the traders and the whales, which are more than happy to pass the HODL narrative, because guess what? They get to sell while you keep the price up for them. Which brings me to the number 2 mistake, and that is not taking profits. You can have your HODL bag. I have a HODL bag. I HODL Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other cryptocurrencies. But I also have my trading accounts. This is where I hold cryptocurrencies for short-term or mid-term, but take profits on the way up. How do I take profits? I take profits into Bitcoin, a stable coin, and fiat. Bitcoin, so I can have my HODL anti-FOMO or whatever other cryptocurrency I want to HODL at the time over time. A stable coin so I can buy dips and buy again in the bear market, which inevitably will come. And fiat so I can live, so I can make other investments, so I can get rid of some debt. You have to take profits. How you take profits depends on your style. Crypto mistake number 3, listening to YouTubers and influencers. While listening to YouTubers and influencers can give you insights and help you in your journey in cryptocurrency, you have to understand there's a lot of influencers that take money from companies and don't disclose it especially. They excite you. Their job is to sell these companies. And what you end up doing is buying a project and buying another, then buying another so you don't miss out. And a lot of these projects are scams or not properly researched. And it's very hard, contrary to what people tell you on YouTube, it's very, very hard to research a project. You don't know what's going to happen. Whether the CEO scams you, someone within scams you, the CEO is a nitwit and everything just goes bankrupt. Something happens and the utility becomes obsolete, whatever. A lot of cryptocurrencies just go bust or just don't make it. Look, if you're gonna listen to YouTubers or influencers, when the price goes up, wait for it to come back down. You can always buy back later. Even in bull markets, we have 40, 50% drops, and that's just Bitcoin. Altcoins go down a lot lower, even in bull markets, so you will always be able to buy. That way, you not only buy lower, but you can see if it keeps on going low or there's other cryptocurrencies that you would rather invest in. In other words, you need to do your own research. Now, how to do your own research? I'll leave a link at the end of this video in the description and also in this card right here. Make sure you watch it after you finish watching this video. Crypto tips to stop number 4. It's related to FUD. You need to know what FUD is. Stop shouting FUD at everything you don't like. Learn the difference between FUD and news. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. People cause this, or events cause this, and people tend to sell. This is when you can buy a project. News, however, is something different. When the SEC went after XRP, that wasn't FUD. That was news. That was real. And XRP kept on going down. When Luna crashed, that was not FUD. That was real. That was news. Does that make sense? Stop shouting FUD, FUD, FUD at everything you don't like. You're only damaging yourself and your portfolio. You want proof? Look at your last year's portfolio. Enough said. Number 5, great transition, listening to the news. And that includes mainstream news and project news. Let me explain. See, there's news for the masses and there's news for the classes. You're never gonna get the news for the classes. You're gonna get the news for the masses. That's why we try to use technical analysis to be able to look at probabilities and maybe see something in the charts so we can know something before mainstream. It's our only chance. You will never get the news for the classes. That is especially true with projects and their insiders that know when to sell. In other words, they sell to you. See, people sell the news. If something goes up 20%, 20% is a lot. You may not think it is, but a lot of people are taking profits and just buy something else or buy the same project again lower. Stop listening to news. Number 6, stop buying shitcoins. Listen, I know there's a case for meme coins. I'm all for meme coins. I'm good with Doge. I love Doge. And I'm good with Shiba Inu. Aquagoat and all these names that get worse and worse, safe whatever, are not good cryptocurrencies. They're just not. They're there to take your money. It usually happens towards a hyper bull run. It's there to get the newbies and the newcomers, and this is bad for everybody in the space. Dogecoin is fine because it knows it's a meme coin. It started as a meme coin. It has proof of concept as a meme coin. It's not trying to be something it's not. While Shiba Inu is a meme coin, it tries to act, how can I put this? Ethereum is to Bitcoin what Shiba Inu is to Doge. Does that make sense? You don't need to gamble your money. That's not how you become rich in crypto, believe me. Number 7, stop buying this utility craze. While I understand why you think utility is extremely important, because crypto influencers and YouTubers told you, you have to understand it's not. Utility can easily become obsolete, not work, and not be wanted later on. Just because something has utility doesn't mean people will want it. This is not how you research a cryptocurrency. Oh, it has utility. So what? A vending machine has a smart contract with more utility than most of these projects. Look, the best and easiest way to research a project, whether it's in cryptocurrency or not, is by using a VRIN score. It's simple and extremely fast. If you want to know how you do that, watch this video right here. It will save you from getting wrecked. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.